Hello everybody, my name is Krista and I am the owner of Krista Suzanne Photography. Today I wanted to share with you my 5 favorite poses for couples. So whether this is an engagement session, your wedding, or just like a little snippet in your family session, the way I do posing during my sessions is like prompts because I like to not have it so stiff, and I want you to be able to move around during your session and kind of get those real genuine laughs. So a lot of these are prompts. I have Theodore here joining me today, so he'll probably lay here the entire time, so just ignore him. Number 1 is my absolute favorite. It is the forehead to forehead pose. So what that means is you will face your partner, so you and your partner, and put your 2 foreheads together. I'll put an example picture up. You will look at each other, you can have eyes open and laugh about seeing 4 or 5 eyes, or you can have your eyes closed for a more intimate moment. A couple different ways you can go from here is you can put your hand on the back of his head and bring him in for a kiss. He can take his hand up to the girl and bring in her chin for a kiss. There's a lot of different things you can do off of this. Typically I'll have the guy wrap his arms around the girl's waist, and then I will have the girl put her hands on the guy's shoulders. Don't go. Okay, my next is what I call blowing a raspberry. So you've probably heard of, blowing a raspberry. But what that is you go on someone's stomach or arm and do this. This just creates like a tickle sensation. It really creates that genuine laughter that you want to see during those photos. 3 is what I call the Tipsy Walk. So what I ask is typically to my couples, do you drink? If they say no, great. I'm like, can you imagine what it would feel like to be tipsy? 10 out of 10 times everyone says yes. So what I have them do is I have one put the arm around the other and then walk towards me as they were leaving, say their 2nd or 3rd bar. Now they're not blackout drunk. I always like to note that. They're just a little bit tipsy. So I want you stumbling around, laughing at each other, kind of hitting butts with each other, making those genuine laughs, and I'm just gonna have them walk towards me and do that a couple of times. I love walking poses because they create that movement and that organic feeling of photography. So my next pose, I like to call this the hip bump. So you will hold hands with each other. You'll get as far away from each other as possible while still holding hands. Come in, bump butts with each other really hard. Now, I never want someone to knock somebody else on the ground because that does not make for a good photo, but I have them do this about 3 or 4 times, and it creates a fun, photo for them to have. My next pose, called the prom but not prom pose. So this one, if you do it wrong, it can come out really, really cheesy, but what I typically have is the girl's back on the guy's chest. I'm gonna have him put his arms over her, and then she put her arms kind of holding on to his arms that are on her. So once they do that, the key is to have them bend towards you from the waist. That way it's gonna slim out their bodies, it's gonna make them a little bit loose, not as so tight up, and they can look at you and smile. The guy can kiss the girl's temple, kiss her cheek, they can look back at each other and laugh. From here you can do a lot of different things. You can have the girl put her arms underneath the guy and try to escape from his grasp to create another prompt. So there's a lot of different ways you can go about these poses and do a ton of different activities within the same pose. So in conclusion, those are my 5 favorite poses for couples. I have a ton more, and if you'd like me to keep sharing them, I definitely will. And I am so happy you watched this video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!